Hello everyone and welcome to episode 57 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling Series here on the channel. This is the 2023 Best Super Juniors here on the channel. As far as this Best Super Juniors, we try to make it as big as we can, but honestly, I think this year we've maybe potentially have plateaued as far as there's really no big new signings. As far as there are a couple of new people making their debuts for the first time in a Best Super Junior, so that's fun. But it's not. I don't think as far as in years past when we had Karistiko and Hiromu and Pac and all. As far as Hiromu and Pac, they've obviously have moved up to the heavyweight now. Karistiko is going to be leaving us, so I don't think we even have enough time to use him for this Best Super Juniors. Probably would have been a good idea if we could, but I think he'd be gone by the time he officially signs. But as far as the blocks, they look like this. As far as there it is. I'm about to say, where's the damn block B? There it is. We just have this little because we don't have to show the as far as the amount of points that somebody has. I don't know why I was blanking on that, but as far as our blocks here, Block A, Alex Coughlin, Black Taurus, Daniel Garcia is making his Best Super Juniors debut, Drew Parker, Hayato Jr. Fujita, Jason Lee, John Silver, Jonathan Gresham, Ray Phoenix, of course the Junior Heavyweight Champion, and Jonathan Gresham, one half of the Junior Tag Team Champions, Rocky Romero, Roderick Strong, a man who's making his Best Super Junior debut, and Savarino Jr. As for Block B, Alex Shelley, Akira Francesco, Bushi, Clark Connors, Daniel Makabe, Dante Martin, big get there for Dante, Fred Yehai, Fuminori Abe, Lee Moriarty, who I believe is making his Best Super Juniors debut. Ryu Lee, actually no, he's not, because I want to say he had to fill in for Gresham one year, so no, that's not his debut. But Ryu Lee, Samurai Del Sol, and Taiji Shimori to round up the group. As far as I think we have a good core of talent, though. As far as Block A having the likes of Ray Phoenix and Jonathan Gresham and Roderick Strong and John Silver's done really well for himself. And it's kind of crazy, the amount of kind of gaijins that we have that are juniors. It's kind of alarming as far as when I'm looking at Block A, I'm like, there's literally only one. I mean, he's not even Japanese. He's Chinese. So I mean, all of them are guys. Well, there's Hayato Junior Fujita, but yeah, that's literally the only Japanese guy on that side of the bracket. And for Block B, as far as Bushi and Abe and Taiji Shimori. So I mean, as far as the entire bracket, there's 12 people in each blocks, and there's 4 in total that are Japanese, which is a bit alarming. But not only I think a lot of it is there are a lot of super talented ones in this Super Juniors, but also I think that's something we need to probably correct for sure. Because Kaji D'Amato just missed out on it. Leona Fujinami should probably be a junior by the looks of it, just by the way I think a lot of the roster is lining up. Unfortunately, a lot of the juniors that we thought were going to be good, like Master Wato, has not pulled out any great stuff. Sho and Yo have fallen off. And honestly, Kyle O'Reilly could have had a really good shot at being in this. Just felt like he could have used in a different direction, I think, really, for Kyle O'Reilly right now. Mainly because I want him to be in a never open 6-man, as far as the title matchup at the Best Super Junior Finals. It's kind of the idea there, so that's why he's not involved. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some. I know we'll be as far as this won't be the worst one that we've ever done. So we do have that going for us. That's, of course, the first one we ever did in 2020, where the roster, I think, was solid, but the guys just weren't ready. Now everybody's pretty much raring to go, and we're locked in. I think for this Best Super Juniors, really, I think the finals is going to prove that. Because the finals that we've had in the past, let's just we've looked at the blocks. Let's look at the finals real quick as far as for the Best Super Juniors, because we've had Shelley and Pac, which was last year's, which was very, very good. And of course, Pac and Ryu Lee the year before that, and Ishimori and Sho, which was a disaster in all things considered. But Shelley and Pac, that's a tough one to beat. But I think we have a good shot with this finals we have lined up. I'm super excited to see how it plays out, and yeah, we'll see if as far as it's interesting because Ray Phoenix has been on a roll. He's had 5 defenses going into this Best Super Juniors. He might be The next junior champion to win this whole thing, obviously Alex Shelley, maybe looking to go back-to-back. That'd be a great win for him. Gresham and Makabe have been tremendous. Maybe someone like a Roderick Strong, even, who has really looking to make a huge impact in winning in his first ever Best Super Junior. So we shall see how that all plays out, as we'll take a look at the standings after 8 shows, because we're splitting up 4 and 4. Let's get into day 1. See how the first show is looking like, as we got Coughlin and Rocky Romero, Taurus and Silver, Hayato Jr. Fujita and Jonathan Gresham. It's a pretty good matchup. Jason Lee and Saparino, right? Fenix and Drew Parker, and then Roderick Strong and Daniel Garcia. That's a fun little match that I would love to see in real life, as Milano Collection AD passing on tips on psychology to Yazutaka Yano. So, for this first day, it looks like we're going to go Chubu. 3,000 people, though, in Chubu is not bad at all. I mean, we could just run, we'll run the 4,000s either. Might as well. So the main event, we'll probably stick with Fenix and Parker, as it's a Steal the Show matchup, so maybe not. But Ray Fenix is going to get the win in 13 minutes to start off as the champion getting a win. Very rarely does that happen, it seems like, when I'm at the helm of a company. But Jonathan Gresham beating Hayato Jr. Fujita. I guess this could be the main event, though. This is a good little match, as Gresham's going to beat Hayato Jr. Fujita. Then probably, I do like that Jason Lee Sabarino Jr. match. Yeah, let's do that. Jason Lee's going to beat Sabarino Jr. It's a fun little match, though, because Sabarino Jr., he's just not over, but he's still very talented, and also being a lucha guy, and never Jason Lee was a Dragon Gate guy, former Dragon Gate guy, but I think that that should go over pretty well. Roger Strong, Daniel Garcia. It's a good little match. Roddy's going to get the win there. He's getting his win in it. Both those guys are making their debuts in the Best Super Juniors. Then probably it's tough, because it depends on what's going to be the Techno Mass Class. So we have Taurus and Silver, Dark Order colliding here to start off the first day, and Black Taurus is going to be John Silver. It's a bit of an upset. The first time they have faced each other, which is interesting, because they've basically been here since the beginning of the save. So first time meeting, that's fun, but Black Taurus is going to get the win, and then Alex Coughlin and Rocky Romero. Rocky's going to get the win there in the Technical Master Class matchup. Pretty straightforward stuff. There's, as far as if there's an upset, probably the Taurus over John Silver. The rest are pretty straightforward. Well, we'll see how it runs. So 59 for the opener. Rocky and Coughlin do the same. 53 ratings there for both of them. Rocky Romero getting the win with the ankle lock level 15-11. 65 for Taurus and Silver. Relatively close, 7-point difference. But, Silver probably should have got the win there. But it's a fun little match. Infernal Suplex for Black Taurus there. That got a 65. Another 65 for Roderick Strong and Daniel Garcia. As a stronghold for Roderick Strong getting the win in 24-35. Decent little matchup there. 66 for Jason Lee and Sabarino Jr. Sunset Flip Powerbomb for Jason Lee in 24 minutes. And of course, his first 2 points of the tournament. And then Ray Fenix, Drew Parker, they have great chemistry, so shout out that. Probably should have just went with a normal, 18-20 minute matchup, but it is what it is. Ray Fenix getting the win with the Meteora. Setting up for a good main event, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It's 73. Did about the same, but Jonathan Gresham gets the win with the Octopus Stretch in 27-51. An okay start. We didn't lose any pops. That's not bad, not terrible. But obviously with the Best Super Juniors, that is all the focus is on those 24 men. So a lot of the, this is a great chance for the guys on the heavyweight side of things to get a break before Dominion. So that should be fun. And yeah, as far as, we'll take a look at the Best Super Juniors as far as the final show, like the match card. Probably, I wouldn't say maybe not before that final show, but like once we get to show like 20, 21, somewhere around there is probably when we'll look at it. But on to day 2, the first show for Block B. Let's see if they can top that Block A show. Alrighty, day 2. As Kira Francesco and Daniel Makabe, that's a hell of a match. Ryu Lee Moriarty, it's a very good match as well. Alex Shelley, Dante Martin, this is quite the start for Block B here. Yeah, Fred Yai, Taiji Shimori, this is going to be a tough card to really sort out, as Daichi Murahama's brought forward versus court, accused being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. So Judge Hiroshi Tanahashi found him guilty and sentenced him to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. Yeah. So yeah, this is, this is going to be a tough one to really decide. Because, Makabe and Francesco's a fun match. Riley Lee Moriarty's a really good match. So is Ishimori and Yehai. And Shelley and Dante Martin's really good too. Man, that's tough. I like that Dante Martin Alex Shelley match. We'll put that first for now, as Shelley's gonna beat him. See what Francesco and Makabe's looking like. Okay, this is set for Steal the Show, so I'm glad we didn't have that. But what an upset, though, for Akira Francesco beating Daniel Makabe. First time they've met, singles-wise, so that's going to be huge. That's a huge win. Huge start for Akira Francesco. I mean, I am feeling like this could be a hell of a main event, too. Ryu Lee and Lee Moriarty. Ryu Lee getting the win. 26-minute matchup there. I think we'll just maybe stick to what we're doing with, though. Ishimori and Yeihai, this might be a technical masterclass. No, Yeihai beating Ishimori, too. That's a huge win for the Foundation member. And Fred Yeihai, I mean, that is another first-time meeting as far as singles-wise. Bushi and Samurai Del Sol. Bushi's going to beat Samurai Del Sol. It's given 20 minutes. Not a bad little match at all. And then this, this works out to being the technical masterclass matchup as Fuminori Abe beating Clark Connors. This is a really stacked show, to be honest. I know it doesn't gotta look like it, but I bet there's not, like, really a bad match on here, to be honest. It might not blow us away, but I think this is gonna be, like, there's not gonna be, like, a bad match on here. Hopefully. Obviously, when it's first-time matches, sometimes you'll get a, negative chemistry going your way, but I think this could be a really good show. 66 for the openers. Abe with a Shining Wizard in 1843. It also is a tour show, too, so there is that. But a nice little opener, though. So far, it's done about the same as the previous show. There's 71 for Bushi and Samurai Del Sol. The Ashi Road in 20 minutes. Good win there. For Bushi, Ishimori losing to Fred Yeihai to the Koji Clutch. Huge upset there for Yeihai. A nice 18-point difference between the two. Ishimori, of course, the veteran now, 40 years old. As far as he is the veteran of that junior division for sure, and he can't go anywhere because of how small he is, so he is kind of stuck as the junior veteran, but tough start for the veteran, but I'm sure he'll bounce back as Ryu Lee beating Lee Moriarty in 25-36. Decent little matchup. Ryu Lee with a 66-57 for Lee Moriarty. 75 for Francesco and Makabe. What an upset win for Akira Francesco, though, with a Taka. What a win for Francesco, though. Big ups for him, and a 71 for Dante Martin and Alex Shelley, as Shelley with the Border City stretch. It's close, but yeah, it was still about the same as the previous show, but we had, I think, a better overall package with the 71 there with Bushi and Samurai. So, decent little matchup. Not bad at all. No complaints. So far, it's been about the same, comparing the first two shows. It's been about the same as it was last year, plus I feel like they're so far been on even footing, so that's a good sign. Shows that it's been pretty balanced as on to day 3. Alrighty, as for day 3, Jason Lee, Ray Phoenix, John Silver, Hayato Jr. Fujita. Yeah, there's nothing really. Probably that Jason Lee, Ray Phoenix match is probably the main, and that's probably the co-main. It just probably works our way down from there. Another backstage incident. Again, Milano Collection AT's passing on microphone work to Yasutaka Yano. Yes, it's getting tougher and tougher to figure out where we should... Oh, there we go. The Dream Knees. Actually, we might be able to run. Isn't there... Huh. There it is. I was about to say. I thought there was a venue that was pretty. The Sendai Sun Plaza. Perfect. So, yeah, Jason Lee, Ray Phoenix. Huge match here. As far as this has been... Yeah, this was a day 3 match last year, which Ray Phoenix won. And Ray Phoenix is going to win again, beating Jason Lee 2 years in a row. Big win for the junior champ, who starts off 2-0 with 4 points. John Silver, Hayato Jr. Fujita. As a Steal the Show matchup, Hayato Jr. Fujita going to beat John Silver. That should be interesting. John Silver, though, starting off 0-2. Tough break for that man. Jonathan Gresham and Drew Parker. That might even be a technical masterclass match. Oh, no. Regular match. Gresham is going to beat Drew Parker. We might actually bump that up. Yeah, we're going to bump it. Yeah, Coughlin Sabarino maybe here. Alright, Coughlin is going to beat Sabarino Jr. Huge win for Alex Coughlin. Black Taurus, Roderick Strong. Probably could be a little higher. Roddy's going to get the win. Yeah, we give that a lot of time. I do love me some Black Taurus. But I think now he's kind of capped a little bit in our mod. I need to start doing that a little bit more with his matches. We'll actually switch that as well. And then Garcia and Rocky, obviously the technical mass class matchup, which Rocky is going to be Daniel Garcia. Tough break for Garcia, who is starting off 0-2 in his Best Super Juniors debut. Let's see how it runs. A 61 for Rocky and Daniel Garcia. Rocky with the ankle lock in 1828. Good little win for Rocky Romero over Daniel Garcia. Alex Coughlin and Sabarino Jr. Not enough overness here. But they do about the same. Could have won either way. Coughlin gets the win, though, in 1646. A 66 for Roderick Strong and Black Taurus. Roderick Strong with a Half Nelson backbreaker in 2306. 2 straight wins for that man. 65 for John Silva and Hayato Jr. Fujita. A point difference, but Hayato Jr. Fujita with the kid in 1203. As the Steel Show matchup didn't do as well as I hoped. Gresham beats Drew Parker with a 630. Goddamn. For Jonathan Gresham. Wild. And our main event's an 81 is Ray Phoenix beating Jason Lee with the Meteora. Yeah, if it wasn't for Ray Phoenix, we'd be in some deep, deep trouble. Good little match. Good little match. It saved the show by far. So on to day 4 we go. Alright, day 4 as Taiji Ishimori, Akira Francesco, Shelley and Moriarty. That's a fun little match, but probably Makabe and Ryu Lee is probably the main of that show, which Block B is really stacked when it's like, as far as matchups I'm really intrigued by. I feel like the entire card is just stuff that I think is going to turn out pretty well, but I mean, that's also should be a given when you're in your 3rd Best Super Juniors you've booked. Actually, 4th Best Super Juniors you've booked. So that'd be embarrassing if you're not even liking the matchups. But again, microphone work from Milano Collection AT, passing that on to Yasuo Takayano, and then Ishii doing the same thing to Harada. As, yeah, we're still not trying to go to Kanto. We might go back, and this time to the Dream Me's. Not a bad call. But yeah, Daniel Makabe, Ryu Lee, hell of a matchup here. And Daniel Makabe gonna beat Ryu Lee in 28 minutes. This is a first-time matchup. So hopefully that goes well, because that's a pretty awesome match on paper. Ishimori and Francesco or Shelley and Moriarty? That is the question here. Shelley and Moriarty, I think, would not be as good as this, because I think Ishimori's doing a little bit better than Shelley is. So Ishimori's getting that first win. He's going to beat Francesco after Francesco with the upset. Shelley and Moriarty. Lee Moriarty, what an upset over Alex Shelley. Huge win there. Yeah, I figured Alex Shelley would be a little upset about trying to put him over. Well, keep it strong. There we go. So then probably Abe and Dante Martin, as Abe is going to get the win in 26 minutes. Yeah, we're giving that a whole lot of time. Assuming this is still the show then. Yep. And Samurai Do Sol going to beat Clark Connors. And then the technical masterclass matchup of Bushi and Yeihai, which Bushi is going to beat Yeihai. That's interesting. I bet Yeihai is going to outperform him or come pretty close. We'll see if I'm right there. Yeah, pretty close. Only a point difference as the Ashi Road for Bushi in 21:59. Nice win for Bushi. 46 for Clark Connors and Samurai Del Sol. Connors does outperform him. Samurai Del Sol does get the win. Again, the pop. Placement effect there. It's a poor little match, but I think the performance rating was good. Obviously, just, they're not over enough. What a match here for Abe and Dante Martin, as they have great chemistry. As Martin taking the figure 4 leg lock there, tap it out in 25-23. That's a fun match, though, on paper, because Abe, very much a completely different style what Dante Martin does. And I think that, the styles clashing there works out really well in this case with the great chemistry. It's Alex Shelley losing to Lee Moriarty, but it's only a 6-point difference as the... what a win for Lee Moriarty, first of all. That's a massive win. Alex Shelley, former junior champion, a guy who's won this Best Super Juniors tournament before. Massive, massive win. 66 for Ishimori and Francesco. It was better as Ishimori gets the win. I can't stand that that just irritates me to no end. Makabe, though, getting the win with the arm trap German suplex as he gets an 80 over Ryu Lee with a 67. Good little match. Again, the main event's really pulling out all the stops, but honestly, that Abe Martin match should have been the co-main. Looking back. Yeah, I mean, we're rolling through this episode for sure because our card is lining up, and it's, it's just a round-robin tournament. There's really nothing more. We don't add anything to the shows. It's just what you see during the Best Super Juniors. So, on to day 5 we go. Alright, day 5. As Coughlin and Jason Lee, Taurus and Rocky Romero, Garcia and Sabarino Jr., Drew Parker and John Silver, and then Ray Phoenix and Jonathan Gresham. That's definitely the main. Co-main's probably that Roderick Strong, Hayato Jr. Vegeta matchup, which that's a fun match on paper. As we are just. I feel like we're kind of running out of places to run. Oh no, we can finally run the Rockiyama Prefectural Gymnasium finally. There we go. As this is definitely the main huge match here. Gresham's gonna beat the junior champion, so that is a huge win for Jonathan Gresham. Even if he, of course, doesn't go on to win this whole thing, he at least gets a future title shot potentially there against Ray Phoenix. That's a great win there. As Roderick Strong, Hayato Jr. Vegeta. Good win for Hayato Jr. Vegeta. Roderick Strong gets his first loss. There should be a pretty good match. Fingers crossed there. That might actually be a technical masterclass match. I'm just going to check it. Oh, no, but good. All right, John Silver's going to beat Drew Parker. That is his first win of the tournament. That's a good win for John Silver. Then probably, in Black Taurus or Rocky Romero might even be a technical masterclass too. Okay, no, it's not. But Black Taurus, though, getting the win over Rocky Romero. Nice win there for Taurus. So it's either steal the show, technical masterclass here. So Jason Lee beating Alex Coughlin. Could be a pretty good little matchup. And then Garcia and Sabarino Jr. I don't think the Pop's going to be there. So we'll see. But Sabarino Jr. is going to beat Dan Garcia, who is still looking to get his first win of the tournament. 62. Not bad here. Jason Lee with a Sunset Flip Powerbomb. Not bad little opener. Yep. Both to the 53, though. Could have won either way. But standing Hurricane Rana for Sabarino Jr. He gets the win 11-19. I believe that's his first points of the tournament as well. So both guys are looking for that first win. Black Taurus beating Rocky Romero with the Infernal Suplex. Two guys have great chemistry. That helps us out a little bit. 61 for Silver and Drew Parker. Discus Lariat for John Silver in 23-29. Nice little win there for John Silver. Hayato Jr. Vegeta getting the one with the Kid in 23-08. In our main event, an 81 Ray Phoenix losing to Jonathan Gresham as Jonathan Gresham with a Spike Driver in 28-50. Hell of a match, though. Hell of a match. We'd love to see this again, obviously, when we're at a normal show. Which we could definitely very well see in the future. But yeah, it's a good match. Saves. Again, we're just really banging on those main events. Is kind of what's the agenda for the Best Super Junior so far. As we're almost at the point where we get to look at the standings already. Obviously, I just feel like we just started recording since we've been going pretty fast, around 2 to 5 minutes for each show. On to the next night we go. Alrighty, day 6. So Keira Francesco and Bushi, obviously Alex Shelley and Daniel Makabe though is the main, and probably Ishimori and Ryu Lee's the co-main. Again, Block B just slapping. Sonata lifted the locker room when he provided a crate of free drinks for everyone. Satoshi Kojima passing on tips on microphone work to Hayato Tamura, and then Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Harada. As, not a bad little backstage incident, but yeah, obviously this show is going to be pretty solid. Yeah, I guess we gotta run this Hiroshima Sun Plaza. I haven't ran here since December, so it's been a hot minute. But we got a hell of a show. Shelley and Makabe, of course. This is a match that they had the draw last year. They have had some bangers, I think, in the past as far as compared to what they're gonna do here compared to last year. I think this is gonna be. Oh no, that was 2 years ago, rather 2021. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. They had the draw. Yeah, that should be a banger. But Makabe getting a huge win right before the 30-minute mark. Ryu Lee and Ishimori. As Ryu Lee gonna beat Taiji Ishimori there. Ryu Lee, they had the draw 2 years ago, and last year Ryu Lee beat him. So beats him again here. I do love that Dante Martin Lee Moriarty match, but I know it's not gonna do so well. Abe and Samurai del Sol's not bad. Abe's gonna get the win at 18 minutes. A little on the short side, but that's alright. And then Francesco and Bushi just set to steal the show with Akira Francesco with another huge win. It was tough to decide between him and Eagles, and I gave it to Francesco mainly because he does slightly better, and he's slightly more over, but it was very, very close between him and Eagles. And Francesco, though, getting the win over Bushi. Dante Martin and Lee Moriarty. We're going to go here next. It's Dante Martin beating Lee Moriarty. Good win. And they only had one match as far as shared the ring together once. And it was during a 6-man tag against Flight Club and then the junior side United Empire. Good win, though, for Dante Martin. And then Clark Connors, Fred Yehai. Yehai's going to beat him in 18 minutes. Good little technical masterclass matchup. We'll see how it does as far as in the ratings. Yeah, that's the one thing I was like, they're probably not going to hit that mark as far as because of their pop. They did not, but Clark Connors with a 57. It's a good performance for sure. He outperformed him. Probably should have won. A 63 though to get us kind of back on track. Lee Moriarty should have won, but it's close. There's only a point difference. A springboard cutter for Dante Martin in 21.56. 61 for Francesco Imbushi. Slight upset, but an upset nonetheless for Kier Francesca. And he gets a win to Kira Salt. 73 for Abe and Samurai del Sol. Shining Wizard win for Fuminori Abe, who is now doing 70s. That's a good sign. 74 here for Ryu Lee and Ishimori, as Ryu Lee gets the win. It's very close though again, a 68 and 67. That's so damn close. Ishimori had the 1 point difference, and then what a banger between Makabe and Shelley is an 80 here. Arm trap German suplex for Daniel Makabe, who has just been rolling along. 76. That's a very good show. And now on to days 7 and 8. We'll take a look at the standings after the 8th day. But so far, Block B has kind of ran away with it. We'll see if Block A can kind of catch up to him or not. Alrighty, day 7. As far as day 4 for Block A. As far as the main is, I guess, Silver and Gresham. And then, it's not looking too hot, to be honest, for this day. Let's see. I think we're going to go to the Toyoshi General Gymnasium, though. I know we've been running here a lot lately. Yeah. I don't want to run Kanto just yet. I mean, I guess we can run this convention center. It's no big deal. It just gets us out of the way. But Silver and Gresham, it should be a fine little match. But John Silver going to beat Jonathan Gresham. Huge win. Gresham, of course, after beating, as far as a huge win over Daniel Makabe, to come back and lose like that, or not to Daniel Makabe, rather, to, oh god, why am I blanking? Yeah, to get a huge win like that, right before the 30-minute mark of the previous night, to then turn around, beating Ray Fenix. That's how I don't know why I did just see Ray Fenix, but, yeah, to go on to beat the junior champion the very next night, losing like that is going to be tough. But Drew Parker beating Roderick Strong, I bet Roddy's going to outperform him, but, yeah, it is what it is there. I mean, that's a big win for Drew Parker. That is for sure. Rocky and Hayato Jr. Fujita is a fine little matchup. It's a Techno Masterclass matchup, though, so we'll have to put that at the bottom. But Hayato Jr. Fujita is going to get the win. Jason Lee and Daniel Garcia might be a steal of the show matchup. No, it's a regular matchup. And what a win for Daniel Garcia, beating a junior champion in Jason Lee. This has been a hectic fucking show, to say the very least. A lot of upsets so far we have seen. And then we have a Luchador matchup, Black Taurus and Sabarino Jr. Sabarino Jr. going to beat Black Taurus. That should be fun. And then Coughlin and Ray Fenix, which that's the steal of the show matchup. Ray Fenix going to get the win in 13 minutes, obviously. They're looking to bounce back after losing to Jonathan Gresham. I mean, we should probably be smart and just have this be like the co-main. Yeah, I mean, that's, I think we're going to run with this. See how it goes. Hayato Jr. Fujita and Rocky Romero, they don't have any chemistry. They don't click. Which I think we do that going into it. Because I want to say they wrestled in the Best Super Juniors last year. But, I mean, he's still doing an okay matchup, so it's not terrible. But Hayato Jr. Fujita with the kid. 64 for Sabarino Jr. Black Taurus, which Sabarino Jr. outperforms him. Gets the one to Springboard Hurricane Rana. It's not bad at all. 64. Decent little matchup there. Is Jason Lee losing to Daniel Garcia as he gets the one to Cattle Mutilation in 23.55. What a huge win there for Garcia, beating a former junior champion. And Jason Lee, a 61. For Roderick Strong and Drew Parker, only a point difference, so not too bad. Drew Parker gets the win in 24 minutes. Not bad at all. 76 for Ray Fenix and Alex Coughlin, the Meteora for Ray Fenix. Great win there for the junior champ in our main event. A 71. John Silver with the Discus Lariat over Jonathan Gresham in 25 minutes. Huge win for Johnny Hungy. That's not a bad little show. Probably should have just stuck with Ray Fenix as the main, but wanted to do a competitive back and forth main event with a great win for Silver there. Now on to day 8 we go. All right, day 8. As yeah, Alex Shelley, Taiji Shimori. That is definitely the main. That is quite the matchup. Makabe and Lee Moriarty is a fun little technical matchup, though. I don't know if that's going to be a technical match class, but I do like that match on paper. As Sendeora, see if he fought anybody, as he was brought before Wrestler's Court, accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up. Knowing everyone else, as the judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sentenced him to clean it up in the bite drinks round for the show. Alrighty. I mean, now do we go back to Chupu since it's a Block B show? I think we do. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the Toyoshi General Gymnasium. Yeah, Alex Shelley, Taiji Shimori, as far as two staples, I think, of the junior division by now. They've traded wins back and forth, it seems like. As far as last year, Ishimori beat him, and the year before that, Shelley beat him, and Ishimori beat him during a strong taping. And yeah, that was also, I want to say that was the tournament finals? No, it couldn't have been because he retained it. Man, they've fought each other a couple of times now. They get the right before the 30-minute mark. Alex Shelley pulls it off. Yeah, then Makabe and Moriarty. It is a technical match class, and it's going to be a draw between the United Empire teammates, so that's fun. 1 point each. Hell yeah. Yeihai and Abe, maybe? Or Ryu Lee and Bushi. Oof. Tough. I think we're going to go with Ryu Lee and Bushi, which Bushi. Getting one over Ryu Lee. This is, yeah, they wrestled 2 years ago during the Best Super Juniors, so 67. Should be around the same rating here, but Bushi with a huge win. That is massive. Yeah, now we got to change all this around. Yeah, probably Yeihai and Abe, since Abe's doing really well. Look, what a win for Fred Yeihai over Fuminori Abe. First time meeting as a singles matchup. Yeah, I figured that was going to probably happen. But Abe, going to keep him strong if we can. Oh. That's weird. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't, for some reason I couldn't see it. Francesco, Clark Connors. Yeah, Francesco's going to beat, Clark Connors is going to beat Akira Francesco. That's a great win for Clark Connors. He needs that, and the Samurai del Sol and Dante Martin, which this probably could have been the steal of the show match either, but Dante Martin beating Samurai del Sol, that's a huge win for him. Wow. As, let me reorganize this shindig real quick. There we go. Let's swap that. Perfect. So, the standings. Since we just saw the results, we can look at the standings real quick. So after 4 shows for each block, it looks like this. As so tied for first for Block A, it's a 3-way tie with Hayato Jr. Fujita, Jonathan Gresham, and Rocky Romero. A lot of people with 4. Actually, John Silver's in there too. I just never realized he's in there with 6 points as well. So it's a 4-way tie for first. Still way too early, for a lot of these standings, but you see with Yeihai and Abe, they and Bushi have 6, so they're tied for first for Block B. So there's no undefeated people already in the first 4 nights, and it's already, there's going to be nobody on an undefeated run so far. So it should be pretty back and forth. We'll go in depth a little bit more once we get a little bit more into it, but since we're only 4 nights in for each block, so it's kind of hard to kind of dictate where everybody's going to be at. 73. Yeah, I figured this was going to be pretty good. They have good chemistry. Tough break that they're on the same, they're in the same stable, but hell of a win for both, Lee Moriarty and Tanya Makabe to get 1 point each out of that. Now, you could say shenanigans, as far as being in the same stable and just being like, all right, how about we not try to finish each other for 30 minutes and just get a point each. But, yeah, it's a good match for sure. Yeah, not enough pop. Francesco 1 point better. Roar the champion, though, for Clark Connors in 14:08. 64 for Dante Martin and Samurai del Sol. Yep, Samurai del Sol probably should have got the win there, but springboard cutter for Dante Martin in 22 minutes. Ooh, 50 as Fred Yeihai fractures his wrist. Shane Strickland might have to come in and replace him. As, yeah, what a win for Yeihai. Or what a win for Yeihai. At what cost, though, at the same breath. As this cooled the crowd a little. Yeihai was off his game. Just kind of died a little bit. That's a tough break. A 69 for Ryu Lee and Bushi. As Bushi was a Firebird splash. 1 point difference between the two. It's not that bad. of a ratings difference at all. And the 71 for our main event, as Shelley and Ishimori both with 67s. As the underarm snap STO from Alex Shelley. Great win over Ishimori. And at least I got a 70. But yeah, that opener. Best thing on the card. I figured so. But with it being a technical masterclass, I figured might as well just keep it as the opener. As, yeah, we'll take a look now at the standings when we get done with show number 16. So, yeah, on to show 9. We're almost in the double digits already. Alrighty, so yeah, Yehi is not going to be able to perform for the rest of the tour. He's going to be replaced by Shane Strickland, but obviously that is not till Block B. But for Block A here, our as far as Day 9 show, Liger helped create a relaxed atmosphere when he set up a barbecue outside for everyone. Way to go, Liger. What a savage. But yeah, obviously our main event, probably this Rey Fenix-John Silver match, which Rey Fenix will win in 27 minutes. Easy for me to say. Roderick Strong and Jonathan Gresham. What a win for Roddy here, right before the 30-minute mark. That's a great win. We just got to slow build this. That's all I need. But yeah, great win for Roddy there as Roger Strong. Killing it so far, I feel like. He's done a really good job this tournament. So this or this is either a technical masterclass. I'm going to guess it's this. It is, okay. So we'll go with Rocky and Drew Parker. Drew Parker's going to beat Rocky Romero. That's a great win. Rocky a little upset by that. So we'll keep him strong. Then probably Lee and Black Taurus. Jason Lee's going to beat Black Taurus there in 24 minutes. Hayato Jr. Fujita, Sabarino Jr. Nice win for the kid there. And Hayato Jr. Fujita. And then Coughlin and Garcia. Daniel Garcia going to beat Alex Coughlin. Don't think they're going to have enough pop for that to work. But you never know. Oh, Robert King's been given too much. Interesting. He must be, working the main. We'll give that to Marty Asami then. Yeah, it was weird seeing that, the yellow pop up there. Yeah, this I think could be in Corkin. Yeah, it's a Corkin show. 44 for Garcia and Coughlin. What a good little match that would have been if they were over enough, but that's a great performance from Garcia. Yeah, can't beat that. 65 for Hayato Jr. Fujita and Sabarino Jr. As Fujita with the helm in 14 minutes. 64 for Jason Lee and Black Taurus. And another sunset flip powerbomb from Jason Lee. He's racking up some wins now as Drew Parker beating Rocky Romero with a flying foot stomp. He does outperform him. It's a right decision there. 74 for Roddy and Jonathan Gresham as the super double knee gutbuster from Roderick Strong in 28-31. Fun match. Fun match there. And an 81 for Rey Fenix and John Silver as Rey Fenix with the Meteora in 27-15. Hell of a show. Great main and co-main. Can't beat that. On to Day 10 we go. We'll see how Shane Strickland does in this Best Super Juniors now. Alrighty, Day 10 in the double digits now. As Shane Strickland, he's going to take on Samurai Del Sol in his first matchup. Again, I think this is probably the first night where I'm like, there's not a clear-cut main event. I do like that Makabe Martin match, though. As far as Dante's been doing pretty well. As Pentagon tips on microphone work to Hayato Tamura, and then Milano Collection AT Pentagon Psychology to Iazu Takayano. This is probably the main. Makabe's gonna beat him in 27 minutes. This should be a first time meeting, yeah? Singles-wise, yeah. That's a nice thing about this tournament so far that I've seen is there's been a lot of first time matches, which is nice, and it's refreshing for sure to see. Even so many years in the save, you're still trying to get some fresh matches in. As much as you can. That's Alex Shelley. And Bushi will have that be the co-main, as Shelley's going to get the win over Bushi. Not a bad match. Not a bad match at all. Ishimori, Lee Moriarty. Good win for Ishimori there, beating Lee Moriarty. That might be, about to say, they wrestled last year. I'm about to say, or 2 years ago now. So, yeah, this is, that was the year. Yeah, that was the year Gresham was hurt. So it was 2 years ago. Nice. As Shane Strickland, Samurai Del Sol. Samurai Del Sol will beat Shane Strickland, so I didn't change anything with I just let basic whatever it was, if I was going to win or not. I just, just kept it as is and just replaced him with Shane Strickland. So Fred was going to lose this match to Samurai Del Sol. Francesco and Abe is a hell of a match. Honestly, probably a lot better than the Steal the Show match, but here it is, as 13-minute matchup. Abe is going to get the win, and then Connors and Ryu Lee, which this is a good match. Clark Connors and Ryu Lee, this should go pretty well. Ryu Lee's going to get the win in 20 minutes. not bad. Not a bad little show. This is probably one of the weaker Block B shows, but still, I think it's still a pretty good show nonetheless. So now we gotta, let's see here. Yeah, we haven't ran here since the New Japan Cup, even though it's gonna be way under capacity. We'll still run it. 69 for the opener. Nice, as Ryu Lee gets the win in 20 minutes. Sick. 70 for Francesco and Fuminori Abe. Shining Wizard for Abe in 12:31. Yeah, good little match there. Fuminori Abe really shines in those types of matches. Shane Strickland, yeah, not on that same level. He's great in America on the strong tapings, man. He is tremendous. He's like in the mid-60s. And he's over well, he's over in America rather, but he's not over in Japan. So this should help him out a little bit. But I think as far as performance-wise, his matches aren't going to be so great, unfortunately. But Shane Strickland gets the win with the Rising Sun on 22:43. A 68 for Ishimori over Lee Moriarty as Ishimori with the Bloody Cross. So, excuse me, sorry, as 24:39. Ishimori with that Bloody Cross as Lee Moriarty seemed to be off his game, but Ishimori obviously, was going to outperform him anyways, I think, even if he was on his A game. So there's that. But the 72 for the co-main of Alex Shelley and Bushi. Shirin Yu for Alex Shelley in 23:57. Hell yeah, Alex Shelley getting a win. You'll love to see it. Now 74 for our main event, Dante Martin and Daniel Makabe. I was a little nervous about their psychology because obviously two completely different trains of thoughts of competitors between these two men. Technically sounded, Daniel Makabe and just an athletic freak, and Dante Martin be able to do anything athletically. An arm trap German suplex for Daniel Makabe, who has racked up a lot of good performances, has racked up a lot of good wins, and he's just been a savage so far. He's really been rolling right along. And that is day 10 in the books. On to day 11 we go. Alrighty, day 11. Black Taurus, Alex Coughlin, Daniel Garcia, Ray Fenix, Drew Parker and Sabarino Jr., Hayato Jr. Fujita, and Jason Lee, and then John Silver, Roderick Strong. This is another good one. Gresham and Rocky Romero is a fun little match too, but as far as the main, yeah, I think it has to be, Ray Fenix, anytime he's on this card, as far as for Block A, he should be up there in the main, but I think I'm going to go with, John Silver and Roderick Strong. I think that's the play. We'll see. As, I think it's still been a little too soon to run this back. I just love that area so much. There's just so many different venues, because I know we'll be pretty strapped for... we can go to the Wakayama Correctional Gym. We'll be fine. In a couple days. Perfect. So, yeah, Garcia, Ray Fenix, we'll just go ahead and add this while we're here, but Ray Fenix is going to beat Daniel Garcia. I think that's no surprise to anybody. But, yeah, Silver and Roderick Strong. This could be a really good match. Silver's going to beat him. It's a good win for John Silver. And, Gresham and Rocky, that might be a technical masterclass match. Oh, okay, it's not. Gresham's going to beat him, though. So that's really no surprise. We haven't seen any really upsets so far in this show. I guess this could be a technical masterclass match, maybe? No? Okay. Yeah, this is a good little match, though. Jason Lee going to beat Hayato Jr. Fujita there. He beat him last year. Hayato Jr. Fujita. And then, of course, Jason Lee was the champion back then, so they had the rematch. So the trilogy. And Jason Lee going to get the win. But hopefully their performance is a little bit better than what I just saw there on the match history, because it's not looking too hot. Not it at all. Then Black Taurus and Coughlin's got to be the masterclass match. Yep, it is. And Coughlin's going to be Black Taurus. What a win for Alex Coughlin. He might outperform him, too, which is pretty crazy. Then Drew Parker, Sabarino Jr., steal the show matchup. Drew Parker's going to beat him. That was a tough one. Tough one to choose, because I think both guys could use a win there. But yeah, that's run day 11. 42. Yep, not enough overness, but Alex Coughlin does outperform him. That's the thing, man. Coughlin and Connors, I think they've been the best as far as what they were, obviously starting out as young lions, from where they're at now. They have really progressed really, really well. Probably besides Hayato Tamura, I'd say they're the biggest improvements we've seen from the beginning to the end of the series so far. I guess beginning to now, because it's not the end yet. But Sabarino Jr. does outperform him. Again, these two don't have any pop, but at least it's still a decent little match. It's just not tremendous. It's Drew Parker with a flying foot stomp. Sabarino Jr., though, I think Steal the Show settings really lets him shine, because he's super talented. He's fucking awesome. Ray Fenix beating Daniel Garcia with a Meteora. 74 for Ray Fenix there. Again, just carrying guys in this Best Super Juniors Jason Lee with the Sunset Flip Powerbomb in 27 minutes. Good little win. 74 for Jonathan Gresham and Rocky Romero, as Jonathan Gresham gets the win with a 630 splash in 22-22. Great win for Gresham. Obviously way better than Rocky Romero in that matchup. And then a 65. God damn it. That's John Silver with the discus glare over Roderick Strong. As both those guys with 58s. Just the wrong thing went on last. Should have been this. Probably should have flipped this in this. Well, actually, flip that and that. And then once I have this here as the co-main, flip it with Phoenix and Garcia. Just a bad placement. That's all that is. You know, that sucks, but it's not the end of the world, though, for sure. You know, it's not like we're going to lose Pop or anything. But yeah, now on to the next day we go. I mean, we're almost halfway there. I think we're just a little under halfway there. So we're just flying right by. All right, day 12 as for this Block B show. Either Makabe and Ishimori or Abe and Ryu Lee's the main and co-main there. I think that's pretty straightforward. We did run Block B at in Korakuen, so we'll probably see what we get here. Day 7, day 2. All these are for even numbers. God damn it. Well, shit. I mean, I guess we just run day 4. We'll go back to the Dreamies. Or we can go to Sendai Sun Plaza, I guess. Not too bad. But Makabe Ishimori will have that be the main, because Makabe's been incredible so far. But he's going to lose here to Taiji Ishimori. What a win for Ishimori, which this is another one where I was very shocked to see. Never been done before. Singles-wise. So that's a huge win for Ishimori, first of all. That's going to kind of change up what Block B's looking like as far as at the top of the standings. And then for Abe and Ryu Lee, this is another very good matchup. Abe's going to fall short to Ryu Lee, though. And I think it's another one that either they've had only one match together or they haven't. Yeah, they haven't. I was like, either they had one match or they haven't had a match together. So it's a bit of a roll of the dice. Honestly, I don't know why TW's acting up the way it is. Hell yeah. Nailed it. Now we're kind of... Because Francesco and Samurai del Sol's pretty fun. Shelley and Clark Connors, that's probably a technical masterclass match if I had to guess. Oh, it's not. Let's give this a little bit more time. Alex Shelley's going to get the win, 24 minutes. And this might be a technical masterclass. So we'll go with Strickland and Dante Martin. This is the show matchup. Hell of a match here. Could see this in AEW for sure, as Dante Martin going to get the win there over Shane Strickland. Francesco, Samurai del Sol. Francesco's going to beat Samurai del Sol. That's a huge win. And then Bushi and Lee Moriarty. What a win for Lee Moriarty, first of all. I'm going to give this a little bit more time, 18 minutes. And another one that we have to change the ref. Red Shoes, given too much time. Will let that be Marty Asami. Nailed it. Alright, day 12. Let's run it. Oh, there we go. As Bushi and Lee Moriarty don't click. There's that. But that's an okay matchup, though. It's only a point difference, too, between the two, so that's really, really cool to see Lee Moriarty with joint custody in 1754. And not enough pop here, which sucks because both of them were in the 57s. It cooled the crowd a little as well, as the Yutotaka for Akira Francesco over Samurai del Sol in 20 minutes. Then Dante Martin with springboard cutter in 14:28. So back-to-back cutters, springboard cutters, is the finish for both these matches. Strickland gets outperformed by Dante Martin. If this was in America, this would have been so much better. 71, though, for Alex Shelley and Clark Connors. They have great chemistry together. Probably could have been the main. Shelley gets the one with the Border City stretch in 24:27. 71 again for Abe and Ryu Lee. Great win for Ryu Lee there. 1 point difference between the two. This has been a pretty close Best of Super Juniors when we've seen upsets. And Tenyo Makabe losing to Taiji Ishimori in 28:31 and 83 for Makabe, 71 for Ishimori. Hell of a match. And, that's a huge win for Taiji Ishimori. That's really going to shake things up for Block B. And going into now day 13 of the Best Super Juniors, we are a little over the halfway point now. Really the big thing now is to get to show 16 where you take a look at the standings and see how everything's looking like. Alrighty, day 13 As for this main event, definitely Ray Fenix and Roderick Strong. What a banger that's going to be. But what a lot of backstage incidents here. So Sonata was in fine form for the show, keeping everyone in a great mood with his hilarious road stories. It created a relaxed and happy atmosphere, easy for me to say. Then Flamino spot for wrestlers. Court accused him moaning about stuff all the time, bumming everyone else out. Just being a Debbie Downers, the judge Hiroshi Tanahashi found them guilty and sent them to shut up or cheer up and buy drinks right after the show. Kojima passing on microphone work to Ryoto Tamura. And then Pick wants to put over to Q Nomura. Shout out to Q Nomura. Blastoff just keeps on getting lucky with a lot of people wanting to put him over. But yeah, this Phoenix Roderick Strong match is crazy. And Ray Phoenix will get the win over Roderick Strong. Of course, first time meeting in the mod. First time meeting ever. So, yeah, because they've never been in the same company. That's gonna be a banger. That will be a banger. Co-main? Actually, no. I'm thinking Roddy and Phoenix. They probably were in PWG at the same time. I don't think they had a match like that. Now I just need the cage match of that, because now that's got me thinking. It's Rocky Romero versus John Silver. Could potentially be that co-main. Drew Parker, Jason Lee's not a bad call. Neither is really Coughlin and Hayato Jr. Vegeta. Yeah, we'll have... give it a little bit more time, though. I think 22 minutes. Yeah, they're Rocky and Silver. Setting this for a Steel the Ship. John Silver going to get the win. I think they don't have good chemistry. That's why I've set this as a Steel the Ship match. We'll see. Drew Parker, Jason Lee. As Jason Lee's going to beat Drew Parker. Good win for Jason Lee there. So, Sabarino Jr., Jonathan Gresham. This is the technical match class. So, Jonathan Gresham beating Sabarino Jr., which means Garcia and Black Taurus, which I think this is going to get hit because it doesn't have enough pop. But Daniel Garcia is going to beat Black Taurus. So, that's a huge win for him. In another show where the refs are being given too much. We'll just have to be Davey. Alrighty. Let's pick the venue. See where we're going to next. Oh, yeah, we'll just run back to the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. Why not? Alrighty. 73 for the opener. I figured it'd be a hell of an opener, as, you know, this is Gresham's wheelhouse for sure. So Gresham gets him with a 630 again. He keeps on winning with that 630. A 41 for Black Taurus and Dan Garcia. Black Taurus was the better guy. Probably should have him win, but I feel like Garcia needs some wins. It's Drew Parker with a 60. Or Drew Parker and Jason Lee get a 65. It's Jason Lee with the Sunset Flip Powerbomb. Does outperform him. Does Jason Lee. It's 52 for Drew Parker, 63 for Jason Lee. It's John Silver beats Rocky Romero with the Enziguri. So they don't have any negative chemistry or anything. It's a 62, 58 for Silver, 51 for Rocky. 67 for Coughlin and Hayato Jr. Vegeta. It's the high-speed roundhouse kick for Vegeta, knocking out Coughlin. You love to see that in the main event. A 79 Phoenix with the Meteor in 29 minutes. Yeah, I mean, really, that match, the idea there is really building up Roderick Strong, having him go that long with our Junior Heavyweight Champion. But you can't beat that main event. That was pretty good main. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, we're just zooming. We are zooming right along. On to the next show we go. Alrighty, for day 14, and yeah, this video now is going to be uploaded on Thursday instead of Wednesday. This day kicked my ass. I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'm just like, oh, I was down bad. I had to take a nap. I just felt like I was a zombie there in the middle of the recording of the last parts. I was like, man, I just gotta stop and lay down and relax. And by the time I woke up, it was like 6 or 7. I'm like, well, shit, there's no way we're gonna get this done by the time Dynamite starts, because I want to upload it during Dynamite, so it's just a whole goddamn thing. But we're here for day 14. Nonetheless, it's gonna seem very seamless for you guys, but it's literally been like 7-8 hours since the last show was ran. As passing on tips of microphone work, this is Satoshi Kojima Hayato tomorrow, but we're almost here to the little over the halfway point. We'll be taking a look at the standings here in a couple of shows as far as that goes. But Bushi and Daniel Makabe, it's a pretty fun match. Obviously, Daniel Makabe's been incredible. That's probably the main, if we had to guess. Abe and Alex Shelley's a fun little match. Honestly, again, Block B has really pulled out some great matches so far. As, I mean, I don't hate running. Like, maybe Komozawa Gymnasium this time instead of Korakuen. Just kind of see what happens. Yeah, but Bushi Daniel Makabe. Is Daniel Makabe gonna get the win? Hell yeah. Yeah, then Abe and Shelly. Should be a really good match, but Shelly's gonna get the win at 28 minutes before the 30-minute mark. As far as they've been right a singles match again, a lot of first-time singles matches. It's been a lot of fun to see. I do love that Samurai del Sol Ryu Lee matchup. Kind of want to see it, but I think it's going to be set for Steal the Show. Oh no, it's a 25-minute matchup. Ryu Lee getting the win. No surprise so far. We haven't really seen like a huge upset now. If Dante Martin beats TEW Ishimori, yeah, I was about to say that'd been huge. But Ishimori's going to get the win. That should be a fun match though. And so I'm assuming this is a Steal the Show match. Strickland and Francesco. As oh, we need a Steal the Show match is what we need. So we'll have that be Steal the Show. As a Shane Strickland gonna get the win. Big win for him. And, I think as far as he's going to get outperformed by, like, all these matches, but I still think that's going to do well for him as far as to get him better. But Clark Connors beating Lee Moriarty, that's a big win because Lee Moriarty's pretty over right now. Yeah, like low 50s, mid 50s. It's a big win. Clark Connors, he might outperform him, too. That's going to be big for that man as running the show as a 64. For Lee Moriarty and Clark Connors. It was close, though. It's only a 2-point difference. Roar the Champion from Clark Connors in 18 minutes. That's some good stuff. Some good stuff there. Oh, yep, I knew it. That was the one thing I was kind of nervous about was it was probably not going to have enough pop. But Shane Strickland, thanks to Francesco being really off his game, does outperform him. Gets the one with the handspring back elbow in 14 minutes. A 70 here for Taiji Ishimori and Dante Martin. Ishimori gets the submission win there. It's good stuff. Yeah, I mean, Dante Martin, he's getting there. I think he's kind of more... It's weird. We're now at the point where some of our guys, because they've been used on Strong so much, are a little bit more over in the U.S. than they are in Japan. So we're kind of having to, as far as dictate that, like Strickland's like that, Dante Martin's like that. A lot of the juniors are kind of like that, funny enough. But that's a good match, though, for sure. 70. I did better than this. So Ryu Lee beats Samurai del Sol in 25 minutes. That's a good win, though, for Ryu Lee, for sure. That is huge. And a 71 for Abe and Alex Shelley. Abe does outperform him. That's a big, performance from Fuminori Abe, though. A 70? That's very good for a tour show, especially. But Shelley gets the win, though, with the underarm snap STO in our main event. A 75. Daniel Makabe beats Bushi with the Makabe lock in 23-43. Good little match, but lack of psychology there. I was kind of surprised by that. I figured the psychology would be pretty good in that match, but it is what it is. Yeah, a pretty good show, besides obviously the Strickland-Francesco match. And then on to days 15 and 16. We'll take a look at the standings, of course, after day 16. Alright, day 15. As for this main event, definitely the Ray Phoenix and Black Taurus match. Love it. Absolutely love it. As hopefully that goes well. But yeah, Alex Reynolds then brought for Russell's Court, because being an hour late to pick up his assigned triple partner. You can't be late picking up John Silver. This is a big night for him. He's actually wrestling on this night, so we need you to be on time there. So Tana actually found him guilty and sentenced to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. As Milano Collection AT bouncing on microphone work to Yasutaka Yano. Good stuff there, alrighty. So, the big thing here is, I don't know why I almost went to the US. I have New Japan Strong on the brain. So yeah, we've pretty much ran everywhere but this again. So we gotta go back to the Mino Value Hall. But, I mean, this is a fun match. Sucks that Black Taurus did not develop the way I wanted him to, but this is still going to be a fun match because of Ray Phoenix. But Ray Phoenix, of course, getting the win. Do love that Roderick Strong Rocky Romero matchup. I was about to say that they were a part of No Remorse Core, but no, they were not. Or maybe he was, now I'm thinking about it. I could have swore he was. Maybe he wasn't now, that Roderick Strong... Because I'm trying to think of the third guy for the No Remorse Core, because I thought it was Rocky, Davey Richards, and then somebody else. Great. I thought it was Roddy. Maybe it's... Jesus, what a shit show. What a shit show this turned into. Oh, no, it was. It was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, now I'm sticking to my guns. Because I could have swore... really, it was Davey and Rocky who would team. Because I remember they were the junior tag champs in the IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. So really, Roddy never teamed with Rocky, but hey, that is still fun that we get to see this, though. And obviously, that was, gosh, that was late 2000s Ring of Honor. My God, where'd the time go? I was about to say, oh, what was that, like 10 years ago? It's like, no, a little bit more, but yeah, Roderick Strong's going to beat Rocky Romero there. Should be a fun match. Silver and Sabarino, probably Gresham and Jason Lee, to be honest. Jonathan Gresham's going to beat Jason Lee in 28 minutes. We actually should probably bump that up, actually. Have that be the co-main. Silver and Sabarino Jr. is probably a steal the show match, yeah. Wow, what a win for Sabarino Jr. beating John Silver. Huge win. Drew Parker and Alex Coughlin might be a technical masterclass. Yep, it is. Because Drew's pretty solid technically. Drew's a kind of jack of all trades, which is great for him. But Alex Coughlin going to beat him in 18 minutes. That's a huge win. And Garcia and Hayato Jr. Vegeta, which, so we have 2 technical masterclass matches. I figured that might have been the case, but Dan Garcia going to beat Hayato Jr. Vegeta? That's crazy. What a win for Dan Garcia. Holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. I think we'll keep it there. And, yeah, let's run day 15. Oof. 40, not enough pop. Yeesh, but Alex Coughlin did outperform him. It's a good win for him. It's Cat of Mutilation for Daniel Garcia, which, that was pretty close. Which is pretty awesome for Daniel Garcia. He's only 5 points behind him. To get to win the Cat of Mutilation in 21:36. It's a good win for the Dragon's Den member. As John Silver does lose to Sabarino Jr., who only got a 48 there. I'm not sure what happened there with Sabarino Jr., because usually he does pretty well. He's got good morale. Just take a look on holding back inconsistency and stamina. So I just hurt him there, but good win, though, for Sabarino Jr. with the standing Hurricane Rana. 63 for Roderick Strong over Rocky Romero. He gets to win the Gibson driver. Hell yeah, little Tiger driver. So Roderick Strong does outperform with a 58. Yeah, so he gets to win in 22 minutes. Co-main event, good thing that was on as the co-main, as Jonathan Gresham gets the win with the Octopus Stretch in 28:05. 72 there for Gresham. Our main event, a 77. Ray Fenix with the Meteor over Black Taurus in 23:31. Good performances there from Gresham and Fenix to really make that show pop a little bit. And yeah, that is as far as the 8th show for Block A. Now we're going to go to the 8th show of Block B, and we'll see how the standings look. Alrighty, day 16, as we are going to be, they have us in Yokohama, but we probably won't be there. We will probably be at the Dreamies, yes. It's been a Tetris run there's in day 12, so maybe probably to Chubu might be a bad idea, or probably wouldn't be a bad idea. To the Nagoya Congress Center. Yeah, like that. Oh, we got a backstage incident. Completely missed that. See what we get for this backstage. Of course, it's Kojima passing on microphone work to Hayato Tamura. Nothing too crazy there. Yeah, I mean, as far as the main, I mean, it's tough because like Makabe Connors is probably going to be the best match, but I don't know if that should be on last. It is a technical masterclass, so I guess that's going to be the opener. Abe and Moriarty's a good little match though on paper, which that's a steal the show match. Oh my, is Abe's going to get the win? I mean, I think I really fucked that all up, because this shouldn't be the steal the show match. I think we should give this a little bit more time. Give it like 27 minutes. Let the guys work and have like an actual back and forth little match. Because I think Dante Martin and Akira Francesco should be the steal the show match. Like, yeah, I think that's the better option here. Give him 14. And Dante Martin gonna beat Akira Francesco. That's a good win for Dante Martin. That's a fun match, though. I'd die to see that, to be honest. It'd be pretty sick. Would be pretty... Ishimori and Bushi's probably the co-main. Bushi's gonna beat him, too. That's a huge win for Bushi. Two of the veterans of our junior division. And they split it right down as far as they've wrestled every Best Super Juniors we've had so far, besides last year. But, yeah, so trilogy match for those two, and Bushi getting the win. It's big. Samurai Del Sol, Alex Shelley can go next. Samurai Del Sol beating Alex Shelley. That's a huge win Poor Alex Shelley keeps on putting guys over in this Best Super Juniors. That'd be a fun match, though. Would be a fun match to see. And then Shane Strickland, Ryu Lee, another fun match. Given that a lot of time, I don't know if it should go like 20 minutes, probably 24. Cut that down a little bit, and we'll have that go after the Francesco Dante Martin match. But this could be fun. This would have been better again in the States, but what can you do? Yeah, let's run the show. Day 16 here. 69 here for Daniel Makabe and Clark Connors. It's Makabe with 76. They don't click, but it still is still going to be one of the better matches of the show. A 58 here for Francesco and Dante Martin. Dante does outperform him. Gets them with the 450 splash. As 66 for Shane Strickland and Ryu Lee. Swerve taking the loss. As 67 for Ryu Lee. 54 for Shane Strickland. 65 for Samurai Del Sol and Alex Shelley. Pretty close. Only 2-point difference. As Rising Sun for Samurai Del Sol in 23 minutes. 70 for Ishimori and Bushi. I'm surprised this did so well. Ishimori does outperform him. I figured so, but good win though, nonetheless, for Bushi there. The 68 for Fullmetal Abe and Lee Moriarty. Sucks that this didn't get over the 70-plus range, but pretty back and forth though. Lee Moriarty with a 60, 62 for Abe. Well, it's going to get Abe's consistency down, because he's been pulling 70s. It's just not a consistent basis. So, after 8 weeks, this is what the standings are looking like. As for Block A, you see Ryu Lee is in the lead with 12 points. Daniel Makabe's got 11, thanks to the draw with Moriarty. Abe and Shelley have 10. But I would say it's definitely a 4-man race so far. A lot could still happen. You're basically a match point between all of them. And even the people that have 8 points, like Bushi, Dante Martin, Fred Yai / Shane Strickland, and Taiji Shimori, they having 8. I mean, I think it's still pretty close for them. Poor Lee Moriarty, though, and Clark Connors, I mean, they've been tremendous this Best Super Juniors, and they see themselves at the bottom of the bottom of the table for Block A. I don't know why that says Block B that I'm seeing that. That's great. Hopefully, I have a feeling I might have been saying that the whole time, so that's unfortunate. Oh no, I got the wrong. I see what happened. There we go. We had the wrong one up. Wasn't it? There's Block A. Oh my god. So, we already went through Block B. So, for Block A, Jesus, as Jonathan Gresham and Ray Phoenix have the lead tied with 12 points each. And, of course, Jonathan Gresham has the tiebreaker win. So, that's going to play into a big factor there. But for John Silver, Jason Lee and Hayato Jr. Fujita with 10 points. Very, very close. 5 men within that number 1 spot, but Gresham having that tiebreaker win is massive. Once we get into the tiebreakers, though, you're going to get into quite the conundrum, obviously, there for Jason Lee. He has not faced John Silver yet, so we still have that match to face off, but he has beaten Hayato Jr. Fujita, so you do have that. And John Silver has also beaten Hayato Jr. Fujita, so looks like Fujita's going to be out of it. So basically, it's going to be a 4-man race, unless something very, very bad happens in these final 2 or 3 shows left. As yeah, I mean, it's gonna be big for Block A. For Block B, we're really gonna see how everything kind of shapes up after the 9th show here, which we'll get to running here shortly, as on to days 17 and 18. Alrighty, day 17, as for the main event for this show, I mean, Ray Phoenix and Rocky Romero's probably the safe bet. Again, having just Ray Phoenix main event shows. Jason Lee and John Silver's a fun little match, though, as the co-main. Of course, Rocky, he does have that lucha background. So I think that'd probably be a fun match, honestly. As, let's see where we can run this show. Is the main thing, yeah, it looks like it's going to be this Prefectural Sports Center. Not great, but it is what it is. Ray Phoenix, Rocky Romero, main event. Setting as a Steelers Show match. Yeah, let's rock with it. No big deal. Ray Phoenix going to get the win. Jason Lee, John Silver as the co-main. John Silver going to beat Jason Lee, beating a former junior heavyweight champion. That's a great win. Jason Lee beat him last year, so avenging that loss. Good win. As far as Coughlin and Gresham's a really, really good match. Funny enough, as far as I think ratings-wise, I think they match up pretty well. Gresham's going to get the win there, 24 minutes. Sabarino Jr., Roderick Strong. Roddy going to get the win in 18 minutes. Yeah, we're trying to not give guys so much time, because so far, we only had one injury, which we're very blessed with, but if we get another one, that would fucking suck. Hayato Jr. Vegeta and Black Taurus. Okay, we don't need 2 Steel the Show matches. We'll just have it be a 14-minute match, though, but Black Taurus is going to beat Hayato Jr. Vegeta. That's a great win for Black Taurus. And then Garcia and Drew Parker, of course, will be the Tactical Masterclass matchup, which Drew Parker is going to get the win in 18 minutes. So not a lot of matches going above 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, 4 of them are going below 20. So that's just a nice change of pace there, really. So I like that. It's not bad at all. Daniel Garcia, Drew Parker, and speaking of injuries, Daniel Garcia strains his bicep. He outperformed him. Tough break there for Garcia, but I'm really impressed with how he's done so far. For a guy that, has, of course, was a part of Team Filthy and never really got, like, a huge opportunity. Now it's getting those huge opportunities, and it's paying off. Like, him and Moriarty and all those guys we signed at the beginning of the save, I think they're really paying off, and they've really improved a whole lot. I think, and I'm very pleased with how Garcia's doing so far. And Drew Parker's the one who caused it. Thanks. 64 for Black Taurus and Hayato Jr. Vegeta. Black Taurus outperforms him. Gets the win. A much-needed win for Black Taurus. That's great. You love to see it. 64 again for Roderick Strong and Sabarino Jr. Roderick Strong with the stronghold in 17:55. 69 for Coughlin and Jonathan Gresham. Another 6:30 for Gresham. So funny seeing him bust out 6:30s like it's nothing. Jason Lee and John Silver is only a point difference. Silver gets the win at the Insecurity, of course, in 25 minutes. That gets a 66 and 75 for our main event of Ray Phoenix and Rocky Ramirez, the Meteora from Ray Phoenix in 13:35, rather. Yeah, so that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now on to day 18 we go. Alrighty, day 18, as we have for this night, main event, Daniel Makabe, Fuminori Abe for sure. But Alex Shelley, Shane Strickland, what a fun match that is. There's a lot of fun matches on this card, to be honest. As Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Harada. As, yeah, I mean, that's definitely the main, though. Makabe and Abe, huge. And Makabe's going to get the win. Big win. That is massive. As far as for who's going to win that block and Block B, that is a great win for Daniel Makabe. I do want to have Shelley and Shane Strickland, but I just know it's not going to do well. Ishimori and Clark Connors is an interesting one, because that's probably, Technical Masterclass there. Is Ishimori going to get the win at 18? Lee Moriarty and Shane Strickland's, or Lee Moriarty and Samurai Del Sol, those not a bad little matches. Lee Moriarty going to get the win over Samurai Del Sol. Francesco and Ryu Lee, like that match. Another Steal the Show match. Francesco's going to beat Ryu Lee. Yeah, I mean, let's give this a little bit more time. Let's give it like 24 minutes there. Francesco, though, beating Ryu Lee. Huge win. Like, that is absolutely huge to get that win over Ryu Lee. I mean, that's a former junior champ. That's a guy that has been I mean, it's crazy to think Ryu Lee's still like 27 by the time 2023 rolls around. Yeah, 28. That's crazy. Like that, he's been so good for so long. He's incredible. Simply incredible. And now Theodore's climbing all over the place. He was sleeping earlier. Now that, of course, he's up, this should make for some highly entertaining bumps. And, yeah, he just knocks something over behind me now. That's how fun. But Alex Shelley, Shane Strickland. Shane Strickland, this would have been great for Fred Yehi to beat Alex Shelley. But to have Shane Strickland swerve, beat Alex Shelley, huge. And poor Alex Shelley just keeps on putting guys over. It's crazy to think he's 40. Like, which, again, doesn't seem like it's crazy to me that he's 40 years old. But it's like, yeah, he's been wrestling for a solid 20 years now at this rate. But he is super pissed at having to lose to Shane Strickland, unfortunately. To ease what it is. And Dante Martin beating Bushi. Some big wins on this show. Some massive wins. I'm going to put this here. And I actually think we're going to put this right here. Alrighty. Yeah, because I mean, Francesco and Ryu Lee's a hell of a match. But, yeah, as far as the standings, we're just going to look at the standings for this part, so we're not going to look at the entire match graphics. But for Jonathan Gresham in Ray Phoenix, right there at the top of the leaderboard for Block A with 14 points each, top of the table. It's going to come down for Jonathan Gresham and Ray Phoenix. As far as for their last two matches here of the tournament, Ray Phoenix still has Sabarino Jr. for sure, and as far as for him, that's massive. That's massive to have somebody like Sabarino Jr. left, and for Jonathan Gresham, he has Black Taurus for sure left, and I mean that's gonna be huge to see how that all plays out, and for and then for even John Silver, a lot could still happen. John Silver there with and Jonathan Gresham. This is his really to lose. This is for his to lose because he's got the tiebreaker win over Ray Phoenix. For John Silver, he did beat Jonathan Gresham, so that's huge. However, he of course fell short to Ray Phoenix, so a lot has to go his way for Silver to get a win. He's got to have Ray Phoenix lose again. Plus, he's got to just get a massive opportunity. If he's able to tie with Gresham, if Gresham's able to lose one of the next two nights here, will be massive for him. For Block B, Makabe with 13, Ryu Lee with 12. Makabe's draw with Lee Moriarty is huge. Makabe, he still has Fred Yagi / Samurai Del Sol now, obviously, left. And for Ryu Lee, he still has Alex Shelley left for sure. So that is going to be very telling to see how that all plays out. I think how this is turning out to be a pretty fun Best of Super Juniors, the way everything's turning out. No one has gotten a certified win yet already. It's going to come down to the wire, and that's exactly what you want for a round-robin tournament. As for Taiji Shimori beats Clark Connors, forgot to pick the goddamn venue, as he gets one to play cross over Clark Connors, which Clark Connors was a bit off his game there. 57 for Samurai Del Sol and Lee Moriarty. Sucks that the Steel Show match doesn't really hit, but it is what it is. Samurai Del Sol does lose, though, to Lee Moriarty, even though he outperformed him by about 5 points. 66 are Bushi and Dante Martin, as Dante Martin, not even close to Bushi there, but he gets to win the springboard cutter in 22-26. Great win, though, for Dante Martin. It's Alex Shelley putting over Shane Strickland in 24-45. Big win for Shane Strickland. Would have been a great win for Fred Yehi. That has got to suck if you're Fred Yehi missing out on that. And Francesco beating Ryu Lee. A lot of upsets for this night. I think so far we've seen, the past 3 matches have seen the person with the lowest performance actually end up getting the win. But Akira Salt for Akira Francesco over Ryu Lee, massive win. And a 78 for our main event, Daniel Makabe beating Fuminori Abe with the arm trap German suplex. Massive win there. Made that show for sure, that main event. Definitely saved us. And now we just have 4 shows left. Just like that. It's on to day 19. Alright, day 19. The final 4 shows. The final 2 shows for each block now. We're at the home stretch. And, I mean, this is massive. This is a massive show. Every win counts now for specifically Jonathan Gresham and Ray Phoenix. For sure. But John Silver, for sure, is in that list. Roger Strong, maybe, potentially could be on that list. And even the guys are kind of outside that line, like Hayato Jr. Fujita and Jason Lee. And even for the people that are at the bottom of the table, honestly, you want to finish strong. You want to try to play the spoiler role for somebody. And, I mean, it's looking like someone might just do that, and sure. As Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Hayato Tamura there. The main event, Ray Phoenix, Hayato Jr. Fujita. Again, we're just going to roll with Ray Phoenix until the end. Because he's going to take it to the promised land with that one. As for the co-main, now interesting. Jason Lee, Roderick Strong. Not bad. Roddy going to beat Jason Lee. Great win for Roderick Strong. Gresham and Garcia is a banger. Too bad Garcia's a little bit banged up right now, but fun match. And Gresham's going to get that win. So he's already got now to 16 points, and so has Ray Phoenix. So right now they're tied. So it's going to come down to Jonathan Gresham's got Black Taurus left, and Ray Phoenix has Sabarino Jr. left. If Gresham wins, he advances. If Ray Phoenix can get a win and also see Gresham lose. So he's not only has to see Gresham lose, he's also got to beat Sabarino Jr. He advances. Other than that, it's now basically a 2-man race. But Roger Strong and John Silver are going to have potentially 12 points. Roddy's already got 12, and Silver now jumping up to 12 with that win over Alex Coughlin. Black Taurus and Drew Parker. Black Taurus is going to beat Drew Parker. That's a great win for Black Taurus. He's racking up some wins now. And I'm assuming Rocky and Sabarino Jr. is the Steal the Show matchup. It is Sabarino Jr. getting that 6th point. Him and Black Taurus are at the bottom. Him, Black Taurus, and Rocky. So this is just not a great night for, or not a great night, not a great tournament so far for the Luchadors. To some extent though, but Ray Fenix is at the top, tied with Gresham, and obviously he's a junior champion. Riley Lee's doing very well for himself on the Block B side of things. But yeah, we're going to make sure Rocky is kept strong. Hell yeah. Nice. Now we got to make sure we pick the venue, of course. Yeah, it's crazy because we ran Chubu so many times. And yeah, I think it's back to the world, or to the Wakayama Prefectural Gym for day 11 here, or for day 19 rather, not day 11. It's the last time we ran there. Let's run it. Coughlin Silver. Silver getting the win with a 56 in-ring performance. Coughlin with a 54. 60 overall for the matchup. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Rocky Romero, Sabarino Jr. as Springboard Hurricane Rana for Sabarino Jr. over Rocky Romero, which he does outperform him. So that's a good win there. A 46 for Black Taurus and Drew Parker. Black Taurus almost in the 60s. Good performance. Just needed to be a little bit more over, I guess, unfortunately, there. Gets to win the Infernal Suplex. 67, though, for Gresham and Garcia. Sucks about Garcia's injury, because he's had a very solid first Best Super Junior. Just unfortunate. Spike Driver, though, for Gresham in 21 minutes. Another 67, as Jason Lee does outperform Roderick Strong. Gets to win the Stronghold. Does Roddy there. And a 78 for Ray Fenix over Hayato Jr. Fujita. And, yeah, that is, as far as almost the end for Block A. They just have now one more show left. Going to Block B now. We'll see how it all lines up for them as they prepare for their final 2 shows now. Alrighty, day 20. As we're almost there. We're so close. But to see how Ryu Lee and Daniel Makabe are going to line up going into that final night. This is some big-time matches for those 2 men. As Makabe's taking on Samurai Del Sol, and then for Ryu Lee, he is taking on Dante Martin, who has been an absolute savage so far. But Yasuo Takayama getting some microphone work passed on to him by Milano Collection AT. As the main, yeah, that's a tough one, because it's got to be probably one of those 2. We'll go with Dante Martin and Ryu Lee. As, what a win for Dante Martin, beating Ryu Lee. So that has really changed the game. So that's going to have Ryu Lee sitting with 14. And for Daniel Makabe, this is his chance to maybe jump up, which he will. He's going to beat Samurai Del Sol to Tecmo Masterclass matchup. So after this show, Makabe's got 15, Ryu Lee's got 14. Very, very interesting there. For Shelly and Francesco, Shelly's going to get the win, so that's going to jump him up to 12 points. So he's got a potential. It's really going to come down to, which is very interesting, because Alex Shelley's got to take on Ryu Lee on the final night, which that's probably going to be the main event, because that's going to dictate what's going to happen between Makabe and Makabe's got Shane Strickland left, so that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that all plays out. But Alex Shelley going 28 minutes with Francesco. We're giving that a lot of time. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, Shane Strickland, Lee Moriarty, which Lee Moriarty will get the win. That's a fun match, though. Would love to see this on Strong. But yeah, first time meeting. Should be a banger. Should be. Bushi and Clark Connors, rather, as that's the Steel Show matchup, and Bushi's going to beat Clark Connors. Honestly, the co-main should probably be this Ishimori Abe match, as Fumino Abe will get the win. He's going to jump up to 12 points. Very interesting there, as he's got Bushi left. He might finish with 14. A lot could still happen. As for Daniel Makabe there, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. He is in the driver's seat. He is in the driver's seat for sure. That is going to be a huge main event for that show for day 22 to round out the blocks. Let's make sure we pick the correct venue if we can. Yeah, let's run the Hiroshima Sun Plaza. Fuck it. Fuck it. 82. So what a match as Daniel Makabe gets the win with the arm trap and German suplex. Color commentary did a good job of giving that a boost. It also gives the show a strong start. So hell yeah. 66 so immediately we're going down as Clark Connors. Not sure what's happening there. Yeah, just inconsistency holding back and stamina. Tough break. There. 64 for Strickland and Lee Moriarty. They have great chemistry. Lee Moriarty getting the win in 26:05. Good win for Lee Moriarty. As that's some good stuff. Alex Shelley getting the win with Shirin Yu over Akira Francesco. Probably gave that a little too much time, but it gets to 71. It's not terrible. Not terrible. 75 for Ishimori and Abe. Decent little matchup there. Shining Wizard win for Abe. Huge. Absolutely huge. 72 and 70 there for that matchup. And then Dante Martin and Ryu Lee. What an upset. We had them going all out, so that was a terrible idea. But Dante Martin and Ryu Lee have great chemistry, which makes sense, honestly. They would have an absolute banger of a matchup. But how about Dante Martin? He's gotten some huge wins throughout this tournament. He's beaten Lee Moriarty. He's beaten Bushi. He has beaten Ryu Lee, as you just see there. He has just been fan-fucking-tastic this entire time. Really has been impressive to see. Honestly, it's been very, very impressive. And just an absolute, shocking win, to be honest. Shocking win. Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But what a finals we might potentially have there. Because we are either going to have a Gresham / Ray Fenix representing Block A. And for Block B, a potential Daniel Makabe, Ryu Lee main event. So that is just massive to think about. Maybe even potentially an Alex Shelley win. Who knows? You never know. As a lot could happen. Really, it's Ryu Lee and Makabe, but just, as far as sucks for Alex Shelley to miss out on that. Sucks for Fred Yehi, his injuries, because Samurai Del Sol. Shane Strickland has gotten a lot of wins filling in that spot, and it's been tough to see. Yeah, on to days 21 and 22. Alrighty, day 21. Let's see who is going on to the finals. Is it going to be Jonathan Gresham? Is it going to be Ray Fenix? We're about to find out. So we don't have to pick the venue because we had to run a strong taping since you see it's Wednesday there. But yeah, I think what would be best is having Gresham's match be on last with Black Taurus. So we'll just go ahead. Ray Fenix, he gets the win. So he will have 18 points with that one. That is a nice ending for him. We'll just build it up and just kind of pick that last. But Roderick Strong and Alex Coughlin, we're going to give that a little bit more time. Roddy going to get the win over Alex Coughlin. That's going to finish Roddy with 14. It's a good win. Good win for Roderick Strong. He did pretty well for himself, if I do say so myself. Garcia and Silver, technical masterclass matchup. Daniel Garcia going to beat John Silver. So Silver's going to finish with 12. Garcia's going to finish with 10, I believe. As he might have a little bit more now I'm thinking about it. No, I think he'll have 10. Yeah, he'll have 10. It's a good win, though. Good win for sure. Hayato Jr. Fujita, Drew Parker. Hayato Jr. Fujita will get the win. That will be his 12th point. There, it's a good win for Hayato Jr. Fujita. 19 minutes. Jason Lee, Rocky Romero. Jason Lee gonna get that 12th point. So a lot of 12s and 14s you're seeing. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Rocky's gonna finish with 6. He's going to be at the bottom of the barrel, potentially, depending on how this Black Taurus Jonathan Gresham match goes. And the spoiler, Black Taurus beats Jonathan Gresham. Daniel Makabe will not potentially be facing his partner. Will not be a United Empire versus United Empire main event. It will not be that. It will be the Junior Heavyweight Champion, Ray Fenix, going on to the finals. My, oh my. What a win for Black Taurus, first of all. Unreal that he's going to beat him here. And he's going to finish with 8 points. What a win. What a win. So, obviously, that will mean Ray Fenix going on to the finals. As, this was the Technical Masterclass matchup. Looks like we have to change, Robert King, the ref. Assuming he's got this match, too. Oh, no, already somebody does. Must have this match, then. Yep. Taichi Murahama can have that one. let's run the show. 54 for Silver and Garcia. Yeah, just they've had a long tour. They have beaten themselves up here in May and June, and they're feeling it now for sure. 64 for Jason Lee, the Sunset Flip powerbomb over Rocky Romero. Yeah, not bad at all. Decent little matchup. Another 64 is Seattle Junior Vegeta beating Drew Parker, getting the submission with the Kid. 66 for Strong and Coughlin. Roddy's still doing pretty well. I mean, he's a machine. Cardio machine, Roddy Strong. It's 75, though, for Ray Fenix and Sabarino Jr. He gets the win with the Meteora over Sabarino Jr. in a hell of an upset for Black Taurus. I mean, Ray Fenix better send some money in the mail to Black Taurus. What a win. What a win. So yeah, let's see who's going to join Ray Fenix now. Will it be Makabe? Will it be Ryu Lee? We will see quite shortly. Alrighty, so I did see that I accidentally messed up in the Ryu Lee Dante Martin matchup. The way the standing should look is Ryu Lee should have beat Dante Martin. I had it penciled in. I thought I had switched it out, but I did not. And unfortunately now, that will mean that Daniel Makabe is just going to win no problem. Luckily, at least Makabe was still going to win, spoiler alert, for this block, but it was going to be because Ryu Lee... Basically, what was supposed to happen was Makabe was supposed to have 15, Ryu Lee was supposed to have 14. Makabe was supposed to lose to Samurai or to Shane Strickland, and Ryu Lee was supposed to also lose to Alex Shelley, leading to Makabe winning by only 1 point. We're still going to do that. That's still going to be the story, but it's just unfortunate that it's now not going to really matter, unfortunately, but that was supposed to be how the story went as far as for this block. Yeah, Shane Strickland, though, getting a huge win over Daniel Makabe was going to be Fred Yehi, of course, but unfortunately, not the case now. Though Fred Yehi is almost back to 100%, so that's nice to see. He'll probably be back after Dominion. At least Makabe's wanting to put him over after doing that. And then Ryu Lee, Alex Shelley will be the main as Alex Shelley getting the win, of course. So Alex Shelley should finish with 14. Ryu Lee should have finished with 14, but he's going to finish with 12 now, thanks to that. Dante Martin should then now lose, since he was supposed to lose to Ryu Lee. So at least he'll finish with 10. Yeah, Clark Arms was already going to beat him anyway, so Clark's going to finish with 6. He probably should have had a little bit more points, but it is what it is. Bushi and Abe. Abe's going to get the win. He's going to have 14 as well. A lot of guys just coming just short of Daniel Makabe, unfortunately. Francesco and Moriarty. Yep, right decision. Have Lee Moriarty get the win. He's going to jump up to 11 points. I think that's well deserved. I think he's going to outperform Francesco. Ishimori and Samurai del Sol. And it's Taichi Ishimori going to finish with 12 points. Samurai del Sol only with 6, which is quite interesting. That's at the bottom of the table. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. Being one of the bottom guys, especially in there with Dante Martin and Francesco and stuff like that. But, yeah, I think it's pretty well on brand, to be honest. I feel like this block was pretty close, but at the same time, felt like Samurai del Sol at a lot of times was getting outperformed. Or it was very, very close where it was kind of give and take with somebody else. But, yeah, we'll bump that up just a little bit. So the card that we have planned out for the finals so far. We have 6 matches lined up. Best Super Juniors finals, of course, Ray Fenix, Daniel Makabe. We're going to have a tag match as the co-main, Shitoro Ashino, Kazuchika Okada against Shinsuke Nakamura and Hiroshi Tanahashi. That should be a banger. Never Openweight, 6-man tag team title matchup, Kenta, Pac, and Eddie Kingston taking on Dragon's Den. Of course, that's Bryan Danielson, Heihachi Tamura, and Kyle O'Reilly. A Blast-Off LIJ 8-man. That should be Ibushi, Abe, and Takuya Nomura, and then probably Jason Lee. Maybe Shun Skywalker, who knows, but that's probably going to be Jason Lee. And then for LIJ, that will be basically Sonata, Hiromu, Naito, and Bushi there. United Empire House of Torture 10-man tag. we'll run through that when we get there, because that's going to be a lot of people to go through. And then a junior tag match that we have lined up, Francesco and Robbie Eagles versus Top Flight. Hopefully that goes over well, but that's just what we have so far. I might add a couple of matches once we get into the actual show part, or once we get into, the after we run this show. But that's what we got going forward. Caristico's going to be leaving us tomorrow, so we should probably have him be on that show, because it should be Friday as far as the final show. Hopefully he's able to perform. And I forgot to pick a goddamn venue, as Dante Martin losing to Clark Connors. Roar the champion for Clark Connors in 1734. 58, decent little matchup. Joint custody for Lee Moriarty over Akira Francesco. Good performance there from Lee Moriarty at 62. Very happy to see that. 68 for Samurai del Sol and Taiji Ishimori. Ishimori with the Bloody Cross in 22:57. Yeah, you see there, 61. I mean, it's okay. It's not great. It's just okay. Abe with a Shining Wizard in 1731 over Bushi there. And an 68 for Daniel Makabe and Shane Strickland. I can't believe Swerve's getting all these wins, and he still is like mid-50s. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. A 69 for the main event. Nice, is Alex Shelley with the Border City stretch over Ryu Lee. That's a 69. The tournament kind of fell apart there towards the end. As far as show ratings, I don't know if that was because just the tour had been going on for so long, or if we couldn't get really the flow of it. But, yeah, that is, as far as the block matches are in the books. Now on to the finals. We'll see. Are we going to have another junior champion win the Best Super Juniors like we had Pac win it 2 years ago? Or will Daniel Makabe get a massive win? And not only that, he'll then have a rematch with Ray Phoenix at Dominion. Could be very interesting to see how that plays out. Alrighty, it is here. The Best of Super Junior Finals. As the guys in the Dome. Makes sense. As I'm actually surprised we could even fit the Dome, to be honest. As Sonata was in fine form before the show, keeping him on a great move with his hilarious road stories. Way to go, Sonata. As Liger passed... Oh, I thought he was passing on something, but no, he's in wrestler's court. He's being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partners. The judge, Hiroshi Tanahashi, found him guilty and sends him to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 shows. And then Ishii passing on, I'm assuming, microphone work. Yes, to Tomoya Harada. So obviously, our main event. Ray Phoenix, Daniel Makabe. And it is Ray Phoenix winning the Best Super Juniors. It's only right. He's the best fucking junior we have, and that's going to be a banger for sure. And, post-show, you have the celebration as the crowning of the Super Junior winner. Plus, he chooses his opponent. Next title match. There we go. That's just easier. Saves us on typing. But Ray Phoenix, of course, the celebration happens, and his person that he has chosen, it's his brother, Pentagon Jr. He feels like that he is the guy to take him on at Dominion for the junior heavyweight title. I think it's going to be a super fun match. Honestly, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. There's also going to be... So there's this vignette would have been played... I don't know why Pac's there, but it's, just this creepy, kind of black and dark room with, Japanese schoolgirls, doing, this chant over it, and basically, they're talking about the boogeyman, he is coming, and obviously, it's building up to El Kukui, but the reveal, it's not El Kukui, but that's what it's building to. I know it's kind of weird. TW's kind of weird like that, where you have a vignette, but it's not, the reveal, it's the build-up to somebody's reveal, so it is what it is, and the way it's rated, as far as how that would be rated too is another thing. That's weird. I just went off of charisma. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. But, it being a post-show thing, it would probably just be easier. It honestly would be aired... I'll show you... Oh, well, I won't show you. I'll tell you when it's going to be aired actually for the show, but because TW's weird, I'm just going to have it be for the post-show. There's going to be a couple of more post-show press conference stuff, but we'll wait and do that later. I just realized, as far as, Oh, no, we're good. We're good. I was about to say, I know we have to add a couple of matches, but other than that, we should be good to go. So the co-main, though, of course, is Shotaro Ashino, Kazuchika Okada of Chaos, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura and Hiroshi Tanahashi. That's the heavyweight champion versus the Intercontinental Champion, and Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace, beating the new champion, and Shotaro Ashino, which will build to a Dominion title match, and also we'll be seeing Kazuchika Okada versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental title, which that is a banger and a half. I was torn. I'll be honest, I was torn about having that match because Okada, if he hadn't been the U.S. champ and obviously the heavyweight champion, and he just was the heavyweight champion, but I mean that match has got to happen, with Nakamura and him, and feel like it's time. And it's crazy because that heavyweight title matchup with Tanahashi and Ashino, that's probably going to get outperformed by that co-main event. And yeah, I mean it's going to be a crazy match. Going to be a crazy match for sure. Oh, Nakamura's the road agent. Didn't even see that. Oh, about had it be Tanahashi. That would have been embarrassing. There we go. Bryan Danielson. As the Never Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup, Task Force Death of Kenta, Pac, and Eddie Kingston against the Dragon's Den of Bryan Danielson, Hayato Tamura, and Kyle O'Reilly. And Kenta's going to beat Kyle O'Reilly, so we have a new Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions. Pretty stacked team, to be honest. About to say, I'm trying to remember when the last time Task Force Death was the 6-man tag team champions. Looks like they've never been. Wow. About time, to be honest. Yeah, and I think it's a good time. Dragon's Den, they've been a fun team. I know I have to go right back to this, but they've a couple of months now, a couple of defenses. It's time. Time to get the belt. Brian's already double champ anyways. Blast Off versus LIJ, the 8-man. Sonata, going to be Jason Lee. We're going to have Sonata take on Kota Ibushi at Dominion for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. And we're going to do the tag team title matchup of Astronauts, Takuya Nomura, and Fuminori Abe against Hiromu and Naito as well. So a little building there to Dominion. And, then United Empire, House of Torture, 10-man tag. So building up to Walter Jay White for the Never Openweight title. That's why this is happening. But Drew Gulak, which he is making his debut. This is his, because he was on a couple of Strongs. I've been waiting up for the right time to debut him, and I think it's now. I know it's kind of weird to have him debut as like a 10-man tag match, but to get the win here against Drew Parker sets it, as far as the United Empire, they're such a fun stable, and I'm super, super happy with what we are doing right now with United Empire. There's just all those guys I think are really clicking. Besides really Gavin McGavin and Corey Jarvis, which we'll probably get rid of when we go to the turn of the next year, maybe even later on in the year, just before we get into Wrestle Kingdom and whatnot. That should be a good match. Should be. Fingers crossed there, and then Kira Francesco and Robbie Eagles against Top Flight, but we see some shenanigans. Francesco gets turned on by Robbie Eagles. Robbie Eagles turning his back on Chaos. Interesting. So really this is playing up the fact of jealousy. Jealousy of not being selected for the Best Super Juniors, and Francesco was. And he's had enough. He just feels like, stagnant. There's going to be two press conferences that I'm going to add right now. One of them's going to be of Dragon's Den, and Dragon's Den, and it's Brian kind of consulting the group and just saying to Kyle O'Reilly, he's like, "Hey man, I know that we lost tonight and Kenta beat you, but I'm gonna get our revenge on him at Dominion. It's gonna be a U.S. title match, him and Kenta, building up to that. So, which obviously that match in Ring of Honor was insane, and it's kind of a callback to that, is the idea there. Yeah, we'll have the creepy video be the end, and then the post-show press conference with Robbie Eagles. Robbie Eagles is looking, spread his wings solo. Yeah, just saying how he's felt like Chaos has been holding him back. He feels like he's not a top priority. He's putting his stock into his own hands, basically, there. But, yeah, so we need Tecto Masterclass, and I would love to see at least a Young Lion matchup. I know it's, you know, the finals of the best Super Juniors and whatnot, but I feel like it's gotta happen. First, we're gonna have Harada and Ishii. Have them team up. Sorry if you're hearing that in the background. Theodore's having a good old time with this toy, and I feel like, even though it's kind of far away, seems like it's going to be pretty loud getting picked up on the microphones. Hopefully it's not taking away, because I know you guys have sat through 22 shows to get to this point. It's a big deal. It's a big fucking deal. We might go with Connors and Coughlin, to be honest, because they've just been tremendous, and I think this would be a great kind of reward for them. Yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it. We might even, let's make it a 6-man, actually. Let's throw Goto in there. Just, cuz, and then Coughlin, Connors, and Fredericks, of course, rounding up the group. Yeah, we'll have this be the Technical Masterclass match, but I want to give this to Clark Connors. Give him the win over Hiroki Goto. Poor Goto. Breaks my goddamn heart seeing what's happening to him. Nice. Yeah, we'll just go with a normal tag, I guess. You do have the Young Bucks and AJ. I've thought about having a 6-man for Rushmore, or an 8-man even. Just having all of Rushmore. Not a bad call, to be honest. Roddy, and then the Bucks. Yeah, I like Dark Order. Brody, Order Destruction. We'll go Evil. It's a fun little match, to be honest. But I'll have AJ beat Evil. I feel like AJ needs a win on a kind of biggish show. Not bad. This is not a bad card at all. I'm really happy with this card. We just, okay, but no, we're still good to go. Tanahashi is working with an injured shoulder, so you do have that, but would like to see some pre-show matches as well. So we'll go ahead and add some of those. I want to see Black Taurus and John Silver, fun little team. Been doing pretty well. We'll have them take on the Velocities here if we can. Guess, is one of them hurt? I think one of them might be hurt, is why that is. Maybe not, though. But we'll just have it be Logan Gray instead. So, well, Black Taurus beat... Oh, no, we'll have it be Silver, I guess. You can beat Logan Gray. And, we'll have El Kukui on the dark match. We'll kind of get the speculation going. Try to get him over if we can. King Mo's not really over in Japan, unfortunately. That was a great shout. Oiwa, wow, that's crazy. Oiwa is more popular than El Kukui is. That's crazy. I mean, Oiwa's probably going to be a pretty big deal when we get there to him. Alrighty. I'm curious about how many people are going to be in the Tokyo Dome. Be close to a sellout. I mean, we could run somewhere else. It's not like a huge deal. Where it's like, we have to run. Yeah, because, like, the Osaka Dome, 55,000, nah. Nah, let's not do that. There is the PayPay Dome. That would be a sellout. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, let's run the PayPay Dome for this Super Junior Finals. Works for me. Just want to make sure, again, we're good to go. Yep, we are. Let's run the 30th Best Super Juniors. The Dream Destroyer for El Kukui over Oiwa. They both do 46s. So there is that. A 65 for Silver and Black Taurus against Logan Gray and Paris Day Silva. John Silver pinning Logan Gray with a discus lariat, though, in 10-13. Not had a bad performance at all from the Black Taurus John Silver team. They might even be better than Reynolds and Silver, to be honest. Black Taurus and Silver. So, there is that. 62 for Chaos in House Minocchiism. Clark Connors pinning Hiroki Goto with the Roar of the Champion. Not a great night for Chaos, to be honest. I know they have their heavyweight champion in Shotaro Shino, but Christ, I mean, do you see them lose here? Then the next match... Oh, no, actually, it's actually the 8-man, rather, but AJ, though, does pin Evil the Stars Clash. AJ with an 87. That's very, very good for someone that's... Man, he's got to be mid-40s by this point. Oldest guy in this match, and he's the best guy in this match. It's a really good rating for AJ, though. I'm very, very pleased with that. There it is, as Rob Eagles turning on Akira. Francesco. Top Flight, though, get the win. Dante Martin, this is just another, like, hey, let's give Dante a push in the right direction. But it's not that great of a match, honestly, unfortunately. And 80 for United Empire versus House of Torture. The 8-man, 10-man tag is Drew Parker losing to Drew Gulak, as Drew Gulak with the spine splitter. He gets a 63. Crazy. He's not over at all, and he is doing very well for himself. Probably could have had him debut in the Best Super Juniors, to be honest, because I just didn't know how he was going to do. Obviously, he would have been probably mid-50s to maybe even low 50s during the tour. But, like, he didn't do that bad at all. Takeda and Drew Parker were really off their games. They were 55s and 54s. But, yeah, we're building up to Walter Jay White here. And it's going to be a Never Open title match at the Dominion show. But this is where the creepy video would have been aired after this. House of Torture, United Empire, 10-man. But the 8-man gets an 87. Good little match for Blast Off and LIJ. As Sonata with a 63. What the fuck? I think his morale is in the shitter, is why that is. Take a look. Yeah, low morale. We'll fix that before I run Dominion, because I want to make Dominion, a big deal. Obviously, it's the second biggest show of the year. Task Force Death, though, beating the Dragon's Den team, the new Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions, which, what a team for Pac, Kenta, and Kingston. They outperformed them. Better team won. I'm all for it. Bryan Danielson with a 75 is very interesting. I think he's got morale issues, too. There's a lot of people, because they just haven't been booked, and the game just is kind of like, hey, there's people that are pissed. I'm pretty sure what happened with Bryan there. An 86 for the co-main. I forgot Ishino and Okada don't work as a team. God damn it. That would have been incredible, though. Still, they were pretty good as a team, though. Tanahashi pinning Ishino with a high-fly flow in 27:52. We are putting a lot of stock into that main event, is all I'm saying. Nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. Tanahashi with a 57. You hate to see that with that injury. And it's a 78. What is it with this fucking Best of Super Juniors that makes our shows absolutely horrendous? I cannot believe that. When's the last time we've had a main event that hasn't been, it went too long? Yeah, 36 was a little long. I don't know, though. It had to be over 30. It had to have been. 36, I think, is a good number. I'm sticking by that. That fucking sucks. Right, FedEx, though, winning the Best Super Juniors. Post-show stuff. He's he's the winner of the Best Super Juniors, and he chooses his title match, which will be his brother, Pentagon Jr. at Dominion. The Robbie Eagles interview, post-show press conference does not go well. Neither does really that, and neither does that. Wow. Embarrassing, to be honest. I'm shocked that increased our pop, to be honest. That was crazy. Yeah, that ain't it. I mean, I knew it was going to be like I just thought for sure Makabe and Phoenix would have had like a low 90 at the most, high 80 at, it would probably have been like an 88, 89. Now, I've been cool with that, but a 78 is crazy. Like, that was worse than everything on the mat, everything on this show besides the junior tag of Top Flight and Francesco and Eagles in the opener. Like, that's nuts. We got fucked by TEW, I'll say it. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Yeah, let's give some love to Pac for his performance, because, I mean, if it wasn't for him, that wouldn't even been a 90. Let's try to get Sonata on the right track. I should probably do that with Brian. Yeah, I'll do that with Danielson. That way we don't have to worry about sending money out. It's a damn shame. Damn shame. But luckily, I was not putting a lot of stock into that Best Super Junior finals because it's in a weird spot. You're building up to Dominion. That's the prize. That's what you want. That's what you want your big matches to be on. And let me tell you, we got a stacked fucking card for that Dominion show. Hopefully, it goes well. Hopefully. Tanahashi and Ashino should be a banger. Okada and Nakamura for the Intercontinental title. That's a main event anywhere else in the world. Kenta and Bryan Danielson for the U.S. title. That's a main event anywhere else in the world. That's a Nada Bushi match. Should be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. We do have a card lined up and ready to go. It just is a matter of time, really, as far as when we are going to run it. Now, we are going to have Dominion be not this next show. We're going to have it be a week later. I think it's going to be the plan now. Yeah, because Tanahashi's still a little injured. We want to make sure he's ready to go. And plus, I think that'll do well for the schedule. But look at that, $61 million. We're putting a lot of money into New Japan World has been a thing. But I think we're going to keep on putting more money into it. Probably, let's go very big in Mexico, since we got CMLL. Good call, man. We'll make that money back, no problem. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Sorry for the day delay. It's been a process moving. It's because I'm still working on getting stuff moved in still. It's been a tough hassle, and I was just worn out today, and I was just like, I gotta take a nap. And, but, sometimes Thursday's better off anyways, to be honest, because there's no AEW, there's no really wrestling on. It's perfect for you guys, and hopefully, though, the Dominion show, though, I think is going to be a banger. There's some big things happening on that show. We try to make it a big deal, and I think it will be a big deal. That Tanahashi-Ishino match should bang. Okada and Nakamura, of course, probably the best thing on the card. But that's the plan. So thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.